Hello, welcome to SpeedGaming, a Link to the Past Randomizer League here between OK Game and Allstars from Germany. I am joined by Magno. Good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm fine. And what about you, Obscure?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right after a long day.
Okay,
Yeah.
on the tracking side, we have 2C Plus and Plasma Snake. And yeah, we have a match, the TanwirFarid Allstars from Germany against OK Game. This is basically a game for place 5 in the in the group of Misery Maya division.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it's fun. It's more games, more things to enjoy. You know, it doesn't matter. So it should be a good game. I mean, like we were saying when we was in the pre-game, it's like no one wants to be last. So we're going for the bragging rights and the pride that comes along with it.
Yeah, we kind of had a rough start setting things up, but we're here now. Tito found a bottle at the uncle, and Broger found the lamp. I guess it should have been in the forest somewhere.
Yeah, I think it might be the thieves drop down.
Yep, we got confirmation on Wired Wiki's side. It was in the thieves drop down.
I think we also got a bottle as well. I think we got that from the uncle's chest. Or did we say that? I can't remember.
Yeah, the
Oh, okay.
secret passage, yes.
Yes.
With a rather friendly chicken hut, because our mode today is Randomizer with open boots. So we have a boot start, open mode, but the enemies and bosses are shuffled in this mode. Therefore, the compass shows us what boss we have in the dungeon. So you would like to pick it up and have a look, so you don't run into a Trinex or so.
Yeah, it's such a handy little update as well. There's nothing worse than running all the way through like Ice Palace or Eastern Palace to get to the boss and find it's a Trinex or an Argus or a Cold Stare, and you can't actually kill them yet. So it's such a waste of time. So it's a nice little addition that the developers of the randomizer have done. And it gives a lot more work to that compass that was quite useless before, really.
Okay, so far the Allstars from Germany did like a Kakariko tour from top and bottom. There was a glove and a hammer in Kakariko, I guess. Krelbil is also in Kakariko scouting for OK Game, while Wired Wiki did the forest and then the South Shore.
Yeah, so they're all sticking quite closely together. Like sometimes when you've got 4 runners going on, they all go in 4 different directions, and it can be really hard to keep up. But they're keeping pretty standard so far. Although Broger is rushing to the back of Escape, so we'll see if he finds something here.
Ooh, nice bomb on Wired Wiki. We have rather difficult enemies, I'd say, in Minimodom Cave. Only bombs as a weapon, but he did fantastic on the job. Just a little bit of utility, but no progress items.
Yeah, not finding too much. And for a seed like this, where you're given the boots and no sword, and you just don't know what's coming in, you end up running into a lot of things. So these players are probably going to be picking up heart containers a little bit out the way. They're going to be picking up. They're going to be really looking for those swords, and hopefully looking for a really early sword.
Yep, and you definitely want those this lamp. Just as
yes.
Tito just grabbed it, because dark rooms, like even the way up to the mountain, where there can be Lionels and stuff on the way, you want to see what enemies you're running into.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, like Tito just ran into a crystal roller, or what is it? But he got a fairy. Okay.
Got a fairy, but I'm pretty sure he didn't want to use it right there. But oh, that is a nasty looking Lost Woods there. And that's the thing, like enemies just appear and you're dashing along and you've got no time to react with those boots, which adds an extra element of risk with this randomizer.
So Lumberjack Ledge is nothing. Oh, look at this chain jump in the front of his cape.
Oh, that is nasty. So why if he does actually have the flippers? I didn't catch where he picked them up from.
Look at this Gibdo on the small key room in the dark room of the sewers. Yeah,
I guess it makes...
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
Okay, you definitely don't want a fake flipper by swimming in the water, because there could be some enemies like the Usain Bolt guards, which just run into you and you're one-shot death. So you want either the water walk or actual flippers on the water, so you can like tank one hit or so.
Yeah, that's the nice thing with these boot starts that we've been having a lot of recently, with the main tournament and everything else. It gives you that option.
Ooh,
that is a really convenient full magic drop.
So we have 3 crystals in the light world, with Desert Palace being a red crystal.
I'm going to jinx the seed and say potentially a fast seed.
Yeah, it could be. If Misery Maya and Turtle Rock are pendants, we don't even need medallions. But there could also be a Trinex on the GT climb. So
absolutely, just because Trinex or Turtle Rock might be a pendant, doesn't mean we don't need the Ice Rod.
And you definitely want to see the Bombos medallion, because this can be your best friend in Randomizer.
Absolutely. Like items we wouldn't necessarily pick up in like an open one, because we feel quite confident, we know where the enemies are. We might see them going to pick them up out of the way, things like the cape or the blue cane. Heart containers.
Okay, so we found lamp in the forest. We had gloves and a hammer in Kakariko. There was a book somewhere on which Brogor found. I think it was front of his cape, but I don't know. And he's going into desert because he got 1 glove and a lamp and boots, so he can basically do everything in Crystal Desert Palace.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what the boss is. So, but if we find this compass at the front, then we can even check that. So this is kind of where the convenience of the compass upgrade really comes into play here.
And we have a Moldom in Eastern Palace. That's a boss we can do.
Yep.
And in Randomizer, logically, the way to the Eastern Palace boss is bow locked. But in Randomizer, in the kill room, there's no enemy that needs the bow.
Quite
so
recognize that.
We can always go to the boss. What?
I didn't quite recognize the boss. I think that was Lamola's in Desert, so I think it might be vanilla. I didn't quite recognize it though.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I think it might just be a vanilla boss in Desert. Which, if that's the case, doing that with a hammer alone is not the most fun fight. Usually you like to have a bow, even to do it NMG style, or preferably a fire rod, even ice rod.
I mean, if you have bombs, they do quite some damage, and you can hit multiple worms with it, but I think the hammer is kind of okay-ish.
I think with that bottle in Desert Big Chest, I think we've actually found all 4 bottles already.
Yeah, if Krelbel has three of them, this is the 4th. Oh, and look, Tito's tossing the bottle into the well, so he can have blue potions for free.
That's really nice. That is really nice information, actually. Can save him a lot of money.
In any co-op mode, we rather have low equipment, because we're not going all the way for some hard containers or hard pieces. So checks are split up between the 2 of the runners in the team, so we get rather low equipment. So you want to get those free potions.
Definitely. So we'll see which one's actually going to come out as a play. And there it is, the Moon Pearl. Just as I was about to say that. So Eastern is the correct play at the moment. I mean, something could still be on the boss here in Desert. Oh, Broga. He just got absolutely destroyed in that room. Luckily, he got Fairy, but those enemies were just not letting him pass. They just refused, bonking him around.
Yeah, luckily Lemmolas isn't a boss that deals a ton of damage, and you can basically dodge it, or kinda dodge it.
Yeah, you still have to be a bit careful, because you've only got the hammer, and the hammer has not got the greatest range. So you still have to be careful with your positioning. I think on Greenmail, a hug does 1 heart. I think if you get hit by their projectiles, I think that's half a heart. With 4 hearts, you don't have too much leeway.
So he's opting for a bomb and hammer strat.
Yeah, I like this.
I mean, if you have enough bombs, I think he wouldn't spend his last bomb, but if you have 10, it's okay.
Definitely, and then Tito has that knowledge of the blue goo, so he knows he's not exactly going to be starved with money trying to buy goo.
Oh boy, and this is also a nasty room on Credibil's side. The boss, the room in front of the Eastern Palace boss.
That is really horrible. Oh! That was a hook shot on the desert boss there.
Ooh. Yep, Tito just went up and rescued the old man, but he can't do much on the mountain. Brogo will be able to do a lot more when he gets there with the hook shot.
And that looked like a green pendant, Skullwoods, pendant, Thieves Town. I think it was a pendant pod as well. I didn't catch the 5-6.
So chat also says TT and pod pendants, and Misery Maya the red crystal.
Ah, thank you. Thanks, chat.
But there should be one more pendant out there.
Yeah, it was Skullwoods was the green pendant.
Oh, right. Okay, so Eastern Palace is locking Dark World access for the Allstars from Germany. While Wired Wiki is going to find the hookshot for OK Game in a bit.
I mean, this is a very open seed, so the hookshot and the moonpole, so one person can go up the mountain, one person can start checking the dark world. Like, this is the kind of seed you want to see in a co-op where you can just check, where you can split up and check loads of items. Linear seeds are awful for co-ops.
But right now this is only for OK Game, because yeah, the Allstars from Germany are still looking for their moon pearl. So
That's
Tito's
right.
just going after the hookshot because they think, oh, the mountain are, what, 14-ish items or so. With the hammer we can get to Hera. We can read the tablet and everything. Moon pearl is probably there. Yeah, but OK Game will have an easier way to split the checks, the locations, with Dark World access and the mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Credible is already in the Dark World.
Yeah, unfortunately, some of these early dungeon dives, which we like to do, Thieves Town and Skullwoods, are both pendants. So, in Thieves Town in Randomizer, we don't actually have to rescue the maiden. So, we've actually, I mean, you could even call it like 5 checks at the front, because there's 5 really quick checks that you can get to. So, you generally just dive it anyway.
Yeah, and when you get like 3 checks out of those 5, you definitely don't go to the back. Or
yeah.
This is basically a left side swamp in Thieves Town.
Pretty much.
Ooh, look at this. A sword and a mirror in the Paradox Cave. So this could be also really good for them, because they can route Dark World and Light World with a mirror when they get to it.
And finding a sword as well, just such a relief. Like, you suddenly can start relaxing a little bit.
Yeah, you can actually dash.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. Like, we're 15 minutes into the seed, and we can actually clear all 3 Lightwell dungeons, potentially. Well, that's a bit nasty, though, putting all those Henoxes in that room.
Yeah, and Brogo's also just in 1.5 heart.
Yeah, have to be a little bit careful. Could bonk for the fairy. Most likely. Well... Oh! And the fairy got away. Oh, dear. Broga.
Luckily, this is only a quarter damage by the bat flying around. But
Meanwhile,
Credit is having a great time at Beef Zone.
Yeah, he's picked up a load of fans along the way. He won an autograph. At least he got to the chest. I mean, there is a reason that is called the ambush chest, and
yeah,
point proven.
Yeah, and Brogo wants a refill in Hera. Yeah, basically you want the powder in an Randomizer because there can be some very nasty spots for anti-fairy, like in the room before Ice Palace boss. They can lock up with you and
yeah,
double fire bars in front of the Hera pot.
I mean, that was a very nice Hera pot though. He got through that very quick.
Deep Sound is not nice, having a lot of enemies with the lag frames. And
that was Titans in Hera Big Chest.
Ooh.
This seed even more open now. So once the OK game, once they got the mountain, which they are right now, they're going to have Light World and Dark World. Although,
boy, that's a Vitreous on Thief's Town.
Yeah, I mean it's a pendant anyway, so you're not bothered about it. You just
and it's a cool stair on Tower of Hera. But Brogo seems to check the basement. I don't know how many items he got.
We got one. I'm guessing because he's checking this, he's hoping to find the second one.
Ooh, Krelbe found a sword on the digging game. Now he can go fast.
So everyone picking up their sword. Such a relief.
Oh. The tracking software is being a bit slow today.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's one of those days, but you know, we're still here. We can still see the game, and that's half the battle. Unfortunately, just getting the compass. So still that second item up on that. What was it? Vitreous? Cold Stare? Cold Stare.
Cold Stare.
Oh!
A vanilla ether on the tablet. Ooh, and it's a blue mail on spec rock. You definitely want this.
Yes, 100% you're getting that. You see that. So I don't think the Allstars from Germany, they don't have the moon pearl yet. I think Krell is the only person who's got the moon pearl. I might be wrong.
Yes, I think so. I think the Allstars from Germany don't have much left besides Eastern Palace.
Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me if they both rush into Eastern now. It's unfortunate one of them didn't go to Eastern Palace. But I guess with the Sword of Mirror, and they were probably hoping to do it with Pod at the same time, even though Pod was a pendant.
Yes. I mean, Hype Cave didn't have much, but it did have the Cane of Burner, and you want to see this.
Absolutely. Again, it's one of those really nice safety items for Randomizer.
Oh, nice Herapod on Wild Wiki side. And this
Yeah,
is
you
also nice to grab this ferries on the way.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely need to be patient for that Herapod. Like, it is possible, but you can't get too excited. Ah, Mushroom in King's Tomb. So they're still putting off the Eastern play right now. It looks like a last location Eastern for them.
And we got confirmation that the book was in the front of Castle.
Yes.
So Brayville wants his hookshot from desert and his mirror and mids from the mountain. So he got his hookshot.
Absolutely. Like when your teammate says, "Hey, I found Mirror. I've got the sword." Well, actually, he's already got that stuff. But then when he says, "I've got Titan's mitts," you're like, "Yes, I want them." And then while you're up there, he'll be able to check the rest of the Dark Death Mountain. Wild Wiki hasn't got the moon pole yet, even though he knows where it is.
In any co-op game, you want to rush to boots, hammer, mids, the flute, and the mirror, so you can check or do all the checks very efficiently and fast.
Yep.
Yeah, and with Thieves Town and Skullwoods being pendants, it's no need to rush the Dark World yet when you get all these items in the Light World.
I'm guessing by Broga going this way, he checked the potion shop and the mushroom. I didn't catch what it was though.
It was a full heart container.
Oh, okay. So it was nothing. So it's good routing, putting all this together. Unfortunately, if they could have gone eastern, they could have routed this in with Catfish. Would have given them that bit more efficiency.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a cleanup because they are in the desperate need of Moon Pearl.
Yeah.
And since they got gloves, it could be on on Zora, which just gives us another patch quest item.
Yeah, that's not what they need right now.
At least you could combine the shovel in the Dark World with the mirror. But he's probably going to check the shovel first. To give information for Tito if he needs to grab the money room in Eastern.
So Tito's actually got the red cane. I didn't catch where that was.
Ooh. I didn't see it. What did he do what we didn't see? Spiral Cave. Oh.
Oh, was it Spiral Cave? But I'm pretty sure Krebel done that when he was up there. Or someone done that, maybe not.
Oh, I looked into Broga's stream and he is having the cane as well in his tracker.
Huh? Maybe they have. Maybe we just didn't see it. Maybe we just missed it 4 times.
So Mario was in Hera Big Chest? No, there was the Titan Smiths.
Yes. That one I'm sure of. But it must have been up the mountain, and it wouldn't surprise me if all the runners have it. So now we're doing like cleanup and everything else. What do we do? Like everybody's now gonna have everything done pretty much.
It's a puzzle for Tito which enemy has the small key. Okay, it's some of the red jumping ones, but oh boy.
Got there in
this
the
was
end.
a treasure hunt.
Just had to empty out the room first. So we've got the Dark Death Mountain, we've got things like the pod dive we can do with those Titans. So there's some other things, the Smith chain we can do. It'll be interesting to see now everybody's kind of caught up and got all the same items as each other, where everybody decides to go after that.
Wait, so the first one actually being able to combine Light and Dark World Mountain will be Credible, right?
I believe so, after he picks up his hook shot. Which is probably why he's done this. Why he's rushed this rather than Dark World.
All the other runners are currently in Eastern grabbing the Moon Pearl and the Crystal. Oh yeah, the hookshot is also your friend in this mode because there are a lot of enemies which just die instantly when you use the hookshot.
Yeah, definitely.
And it stuns. Oh, but Wild Wiki has to be careful being on 1.5 heart.
So I'm wondering who it's more stressful for, the runners or us watching.
I mean, the boss is Moldom. Oh, but he got a ferry. He got a ferry.
Ah. So yeah, Krell hasn't actually gone up the mountain yet, so he's going to be able to clear up the whole thing in one go, which is great for Team OK game.
Yeah, but Tito is just doing the same.
Yeah.
Going up the mountain again. I mean, it's 6 super quick checks. You can check the Turtle Rock medallion. And I think we haven't seen the Spiral Cave yet, but yeah, he doesn't have an invincibility item yet. But he got 2 blue potions if he wants to try it very badly.
Yeah, that's true. He knows where to refill for free, so he might just decide to do it. But then again, we know there's an ether on ether tablet, so we might end up coming back up here anyway if my medallion is ether. Oh, be careful, Moldorm. There we go. There we go. All 4 runners now have their Moon Pearl.
Ooh, now we see a Swamp Palace play. I mean, we got the hookshot, flippers, the mirror, a hammer. We can do all of Swamp.
Yeah, for Wild Wiki, there's absolutely no reason he shouldn't be doing this right now.
And he could do Hype Cave with it, so get the Cane of Burner if he wants to.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would, just in case the boss here is Armos Knights. Because we haven't got the bow, and Blue Cane's kind of the next best thing to kill that. And it looks like Tito is going to do what you just said. Unless, yeah, it looks like he is going to be using... Well, I'm guessing he's got the Blue Cane, maybe?
No, he didn't went to the Dark World yet.
Oh, in that case, he's going to be using all these potions to try and get around. You know, I respect this play. It's a check that often gets last locationed, so just to get it done like this.
I mean, there's no better way. They did all of the mountain yet.
Yep.
Next time they go up the mountain, it's probably for beating Turtle Rock.
Oh yeah, that was the red cane.
So I think he just burned 1 potion, which is okay.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty efficient Spike Cave.
Okay, Brogor's going into Swamp as well.
Yeah.
So, Wild Wiki and Brogor are in Swamp. Krabble is doing the same as Tito just did on the mountain. And Tito is going for Village of Outcast, but he will have Mids and Mirror, so he can do an easy Smith chain with it.
Chat telling us that Turtle Rock was Ether medallion required. So, I mean, we need to get a Master Sword anyway, but we do know where that is.
Yeah, and Krabble got the 2 swords.
Oh,
one was digging game, and one was on the mountain.
Oh wow! I didn't even see that. It's really tricky trying to watch 4 streams at the same time.
So he can basically go and check Turtle Rock maybe for the Fire Rod. That would be huge. because for Teto and Brogo it would be another mountain climb to get Ether to go into Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see what happened, but Brogo is out of Swamp Palace. So
Yeah,
I think
didn't see
it was an unfortunate death or so.
I'm trying to think because...
Oh, he did not have flippers? Oh.
Ah,
Oh, so he
okay.
forgot about flippers, okay. No, he has flippers. Or he has now?
No, I think Flippers was in... Or maybe you went and got it now, but yeah, Flippers was in Ice Rod Cave, wasn't it? It's an unfortunate little bit of a time loss there for them. And this is still a very close game right now.
Yeah, I guess you can tell us something about very close games in this mode.
Yeah, you can't get much closer than our game. I think it was the first game of week 7, where 3 of our runners all finished within a second of each other. That was an
And the
unfortunate
fourth runner
grab.
being like 15 seconds behind, so
Yeah,
all the 4 runners finishing between 16 seconds of each other.
yep, pretty much. That was crazy, that game.
So any little mistake can be huge in this mode.
Absolutely. And these are all 4 very good runners, as it is anyway. So you kind of go into these races knowing you're against good opponents.
Okay, this is not something you want to see on Wild Wiki side. You got an anti-ferry in the room where you want to do the diver down and the Hinox.
Yeah. So sometimes, like with the diver downs, you have to check out the rooms on Randomizer. Like, is it even possible to do a diver down? Otherwise, you do have to do it as intended. It's like back in the old days before diver down existed, where you'd forget your mind for a moment and accidentally flood the key and have to mirror out. Brings back good memories.
Oh, this could be a powder we do not see in the seat because it's on bumper ledge. I mean, if you have checks left, I don't think you would go out of your way just to get this powder.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, it's a nice item, a really nice item to have, but I mean, these runners are pretty good at the game, so they won't necessarily be rushing for the safety of the powder. I mean, what are we kind of looking for? I guess we're still looking for both rods. Or at least fire rod.
Well, there could be a Trinex anywhere, so... Or not in every boss room, but in most of them. And we got Lemolas again in Swamp Palace. So we do have a full boss shuffle, which means we get every boss once and 3 of them twice. I think it is.
Yep, completely right.
So we've seen 2 Lemolas then in Swamp and somewhere else. And in Desert.
Yeah, vanilla.
So the easy bosses are almost like out of the equation.
Yeah, I mean, this is quite a nice dungeon to find a boss that you can kill. It's better than finding a Trinex here, because even though Swamp can be a bit of a short dungeon, you don't really want to double dip this. It's not the dungeons that you want to double dip.
Drain the swamp again.
Yeah.
At the dam.
More time consuming than we feel like. But having to do all these hammer strats is not fun for these guys.
So I practiced the Randomizer co-op with Ogre today, and I saw, or I learned that Burner is really good for Lamolas as well, since you can hit all the 3 snakes or worms at the same time, and it deals a lot of damage.
Yeah. I never even thought of using that, but yeah, there's a lot of items, like bombs. Like when people first told me like you can use bombs to kill it, I was like, really? It just doesn't feel like an enemy that you should be able to kill with bombs.
Yeah, so Burner is basically really good for Amos Knights, Lamolas, and a pretty nice safety item overall.
Oh my days.
That
was a fire rod. Yeah. Wow. So that wouldn't surprise me if Krebel goes and does... Well, I guess it'd do Bombo's Tablet into Swamp.
What again, sorry?
Because Krebel's got the Master Sword. So it wouldn't surprise me if he goes and grabs that fire rod off Bombo's Tablet, then goes into Swamp as his next play.
Oh yeah, sure. And I mean, Teto already went into Skullwoods, but maybe the green pendant and the boss is hiding the last item.
Because at this point we are potentially dependent on Trinex. We are flute from Go Mode, I think.
Wait, Tito somehow got the flute in his tracker.
Oh!
So did we miss it?
I guess we did.
Yeah, he has a flute on his tracker as well. So
yeah,
on his own tracker.
I'm trying to think where he went now. Oh, Village of Outcasts. Okay, that's pretty simple flute. With all this craziness going on right now, you'd think someone would have checked Village of Outcasts.
But didn't Krell also went to the Dark World pretty early?
I think he did, yeah, because he went into Thieves Town. But I think it might still be a tracker issue. So he might actually have the flute.
Oh, it was in Skullwoods.
Oh, Skullwoods, okay. That's dangerous for them.
So, but I didn't see if Brogo checked the Bomber's tablet. Or if Tito is doing this with the purple chest, maybe.
Brogo did check.
Okay.
So they both know. They all know where the fire rod is. So it's going to be interesting now. I'm surprised they're not checking what the Maya medallion is just for that information, because I think they know where everything is, I believe.
I mean, Brogo can't yet because he doesn't have the flute, but Teto, I think he still wants to finish the Smith chain before.
Fair enough. Because if it's an ether as well, then they're just on cleanup. But then we've also got that dreaded ice rod that could come into play at any moment. It looks like Krebel is making a play for Turtle Rock. Not decided to do Swamp right now.
Oh,
I guess it makes sense, I guess, on their point. I mean, there's nothing in there that they need right now. So might as well go do other checks.
We probably don't need the ice rod for Turtle Rock.
We hope. I mean, that's kind of always the Schrodinger's cat now, isn't it? Schrodinger's ice rod. Do we need it or do we not? Do we look for it or do we just go mode? It all just kind of depends now on the last few bosses.
Oh, of course, Tito's burning his magic for a fake powder. Just a full lot.
Yeah. He's not going to complain about that. And there it was in Skullwoods. Just on the right side there, so Now Broga picking up his flute as well.
Oh, I'm surprised Tito goes in the light world to the Bombos tablet. Or to the purple chest guy.
That is a little bit strange. Just deciding to do it with the boots instead. But with the purple chest, there's that little glitch where you can do where you can run away from it.
I think this is a little bit slower, but yeah, we see. Oh yeah, the ice rod, the fire rod is also unlocking ice palace for us.
Yeah.
And also the cold stair shell in the Tower of Hera.
Oh yeah. So it's really interesting because OK Game are now in Turtle Rock and Ice Palace, and we know unless Ice Rod's in there, they're not going to find anything. So potentially Tito and Broga, they could decide, let's go mode these dungeons.
I mean, we are probably still looking for the Maya medallion, or we don't know yet.
Possibly, yeah. Which again, like I said, I'm surprised no one's just decided to go check it. Oh well, I guess OK Game don't know where the flute is yet.
So Tito went for the K45 check. I think this could have been faster with just picking up the purple chest. But yeah, never mind. He got his ice rod, and Broga is also on the mirror for his fire rod.
Yep. Once again, everyone's kind of at the same point now. Well, minus that flute. It's that flute I feel like is going to come through as a big item this seed. And here we go, first check into Maya, so we're going to find out what's required.
Oh, Tito could have talked with the potion shop guy to get a refill. And I think he only bought one blue potion.
And that was a bombos for Misery Maya, so we're at least need to find that as well. And a tempered sword we pull out of Maya's shed, so that is a great find.
Would you go back before entering Ice Palace? I mean, you don't know which boss you get, so if it's an easy boss, you can just say, never mind, I go grab the sword afterwards.
Yeah, I think because Tito's got those blue goos, I think it becomes less of an issue.
Yeah, and he will get his red mail in the... What's it called? This room?
Pengator. Even though they are not there today. So I guess we'd call it the Gibdo room. So I don't know if Kreppel's found the compass yet. Because this might be a long journey to the back. Just to find out that he's got to fight Trinex with no ice rod.
Yeah, so far he didn't find anything in Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
But Broga's up the mountain again, got his ether, making his way to Cold Stair in Tower of Hera, and probably going to Turtle Rock again, or after this.
Yeah, that would make sense for him to do that. Have to do this Hera pot again with those fire bars, but nicely gets it.
I mean, he got the bug net.
Oh yeah.
Catching one. Yeah, catch one fairy.
Oh, there's the compass on Laser Bridge. Not where you want to find it. Now you might as well go and check the boss anyway. Oh.
Yeah. And that's a nice discussion about enemies on small places like the laser bridge or like the torch room in GT or on the bridge in Palace of Darkness. Or basically enemies you cannot kill or damage you cannot avoid. It's a pain in some Randomizers.
Yeah. It has a way of putting the enemies just at the perfect place. It's become a nuisance. But I think the Turtle Rock boss was Argus, so
yeah.
Much to Krebel's relief, he can just go and get this one done as well. Oh, and there's the ice rod.
So this is Bombos for Go mode for Team TanwirFarid Allstars from Germany. And a bow. Or do we need the bow? Yeah, for the climb, I guess.
No, because the mimics... I mean, I think logically it's required, but the mimics don't exist on the climb.
Oh, right!
Yeah.
We don't need a bow this seed.
Yeah. So, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the logic for the bow is still in place. So things like right side pod still requires the bow and GT climb requires the bow. However, we can completely skip that item because the enemies are all different. So yeah, we're just looking for that Bombos right now. And this is really great for the All-Stars of Germany, like finding that ice rod as well. So you know you can dive these dungeons and not have to worry about a Trinex.
Oh no, it's Bombos for Go mode, so they just need Bombos.
Bombos for Go mode. And that's just a really simple Moth. I mean, Moth just becomes like feels like just a regular enemy in other dungeons without the moving floors and spikes and everything. Such a simple boss.
I think a Hinox is more danger.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, a Lionel, sorry. Or basically an anti-fairy in the room before is much more of a threat.
Yeah, could you imagine like an anti-fairy boss where it requires you to have the powder to beat it?
To make it vulnerable or so.
Yeah.
So Wild Wiki showed us that there's just a little piece of love on the pedestal.
And I have to give it to everyone's Herapots today. Like, it's not been an easy Herapot with those fire bars. But everyone seems to be getting it pretty nicely and pretty quick.
I like the way Tito just buys one blue potion at a time. Oh yeah, he needs his money for Palace of Darkness. But I think at this point I would just do a cleanup and hope to find the Bombos in one of the crystal dungeons.
Absolutely.
Yeah, wait, they did all the crystal dungeons they can, right?
I mean, he still needs to do Swamp. He knows nothing's in there.
Yeah, but this would just be a cleanup, and or just the crystal rush. Because I think Bogo did all of Swamp.
Yeah. But you might use the Swamp play just to kind of stall time for a little bit. Because you know your opponent's checking out Turtle Rock. You're looking for Bombos for Go mode. Bombos could be in Turtle Rock. And you're doing a crystal you need to do. And here's why we want the blue cane. However, thankfully, the Armos Knights, I believe, do take spike damage. So if we can just knock them into the spikes, they do take extra damage.
Oh yeah, they get gold sword damage.
Yes. So it's not. This is actually one of the nicer bosses in there. Although Wild Wiki needs to be careful on one heart.
Yeah, and some Armos Knights tend to teleport away and come back later.
Oh, that one's just teleporting all over the screen.
I mean, it could have been a little misplay by not picking up the Cane of Burner and Hype Cave. On Wild Wiki side.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like it would be a worth play, but...
I mean, it was just talking to the Hype Cave guy, not bombing the second wall. But he gets it.
Yep, not even worried. So that's the green pendant as well, so... I mean, for Krebel and Wired Wiki, they're both doing pendant dungeons right now. So they're going full on right now. Rather than doing cleanup, they're going full on trying to find this Bombos and flute, to be honest. Actually, Wired Wiki is going to pick up his flute in a moment. So he's doing all of the back, and then he's going to go to the front, find his flute, and feel like, well, I better hope something's on the green pendant.
All right. Okay. Tito found the cape on the right side in pod, the Bolog side.
Ah.
He saw the powder on the bumper ledge, but he already did fake powder, so he knows
Yes.
there's nothing behind this cape and the powder, so no threat on something being on there.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to pick it up, but the cape is also a very nice safety to have.
Spike and anti-ferry on the pod bridge. It's always one of this type of enemies.
It's almost like the game doesn't want us to hammy up.
It's either those enemies or the big yellow spikes or crystal rollers.
I'm not finding too much in pod right now. Apart from that cape, but not really required.
I mean, there isn't much left we can find. It's basically just bombos we need. And
yep. So now Krebel knows that the flute... I guess he carries on with Palace of Darkness. At this point, there's no reason for him not to.
So Broga is checking the map, but he can defeat any boss with his Ice Rod. So it's probably just for the Tito's information, if he can beat it.
Yeah, just wants a bit of a heads up. But yeah, from OK Games' point of view, like, they could potentially be in go mode. They don't know that Misery Mire is a bombos required. But they're deciding to continue with their plays.
Yeah, White Wiki is definitely going to activate this flute in a moment and check the Maya medallion.
It looks like Tito's heading back. Did he find the bombos?
I think he wants the sword. He found a bow
maybe
somewhere.
That was in pod.
A bow and pod, okay. Does he just want the sword before Cold Stare and Tower of Hera?
Quite possibly. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I mean, Maya Sheds is really easy to get to. So yeah, for Wired Wiki, like, you pick up the green pendant. I feel like it's a play you do straight away. You just quickly hand it in. So we're getting a bit low on locations right now. Of course.
I think Tito just got his sword for cleanup for the bosses, and was going to look out for bombos in the pendant dungeons.
Looks like their plan exactly. So this looks like a green pendant maybe for Broga as well. No, prove me wrong.
I mean, what's left for us? Is it a Syncit check or no? We did have this.
We've got back at Thieves Town.
Oh, right.
Might also be the play.
Oh, I think we just saw Wired Wiki in Thieves Town and dying to the boss, but I don't know which. Or not. It was a Vitreous, I think.
It was a Vitreous, and they were on Fighter Sword and, like, no health, so... I think that was on, like, 4 hearts, so... They weren't that bothered about it at the time. But now they're a bit more powered up.
Did we see Catfish or Pyramid on any side?
Yes. I think Allstars have done those.
I mean, bombos can't be on the red bomb, with Maya being a red crystal.
Yeah, so that's at least one thing we can cross off the list.
I mean, we've seen shovel, we've seen mushroom, we've seen powder.
Oh.
I think we're down to back of Palace of Darkness boss and back of Thief's Town.
Yeah. Or Green Pendant. I don't know if Wired Wiki's handed that in yet.
Oh yeah, and Green Pendant.
Broga just saying like, I'm gonna check the back.
Oh yeah, we've seen Zora.
Yeah, I think it was just 50 rupees on Zora. It was nothing to get too excited about.
Do you see the sword in the attic?
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at. I'm starting to wonder if Broga remembers you actually don't need to bomb that, I don't know what you call it, floor? Window?
Yeah, the floor.
Floor. Because the boss is just spawned. This race is really hard to tell who's got any advantage right now. I feel like whoever finds this bombos is just really gonna kind of power away.
Yeah, but I think at least for the Allstars, Tito still has to clean up a lot of dungeons, like kill Cold Stare on Hera, do Turtle Rock, do the rest of Swamp. But it seems like Broga skipped the left side of Swamp, so Tito is doing this cleanup right now.
Yeah, I don't think anything was here. I think who went over there? Wired Wiki. I think he's checked left side swamp, so nothing over there.
Wait, I think Broga forgot the small key.
Yeah, I think he just ran straight upstairs. So if something's in the big chest, he might not go back up there. He didn't pick up that small key.
I mean, the locations are getting few or getting low.
I think something's in the Thieves Town big chest. That's really unfortunate for Broga. The small key's definitely available because Krebel has 2 keys.
Yeah, he's going back in.
Yeah.
But that's a mistake that costs a minute or two.
Definitely, that's a very timely mistake right there. Especially as Krebel is going straight up here as well. If Bombos does end up being in the Thieves Town big chest, it's going to save them a little time as well. But I think Wild Wiki just handed in Green Pendant. I didn't see what it was, but the fact that Krebel's not mirroring out of here right now means it wasn't the Bombos.
Yeah, but even if it's in the Thieves Town big chest, Broga will get it a little bit earlier.
Yep. So if this is not the case, where did we say we haven't checked yet? I think this might be our last location.
I can't imagine any other location.
Did we ever do Hobo? I think we did.
I would say yes. I mean, we had Mirror of Flippers and went up to Swamp. I don't know. And yeah, it's in the big chest.
There we go. So just over an hour, Broga's the first person in go mode. But shortly, OK Game are also, or Krebel. And in fact, Wired Wiki is also in here as well, so they're going to be picking it up around about the same time. They've exhausted everything, so they must know it's the big chest or Thieves Town, back at Thieves Town.
And I think dungeon-wise, we're pretty the same as well.
Yeah.
With White Wiki and Tito are having to do Tower of Hera and Turtle Rock. And yeah.
So yeah, well,
Wait, why is White Wiki doing Thieves Town boss?
Because he doesn't know the bombos yet. And now he's found out, now he's going over to his mirror. Or just taking the death because he's in one part.
Right. So they were down to Thieves Town boss and Big Chest. Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they must have known it was there because that was probably the last locations they had.
So both teams probably feeling a little behind
Yeah, definitely.
when you're down to your last location and it's something the enemy could have, or the other team could have done before.
Definitely. Never feels good to last location an item. But back at Thieves Town on an Randomizer seed is not something that gets done too often, unless you're feeling a bit spicy and decide, I'm going to go and gamble it.
And
So it's not impossible.
And I think we're not seeing much of Misery Maya because the big key in the first chest in Misery Maya.
That's good, because I'm not a fan of Misery Maya. So the less time we spend in there, better it is with me.
I mean, there was a bow and pot where we don't need a bow for the climb. And I think Broga won't be opening chests in GT because he won't get silvers.
Yeah. That's the other thing that can give Allstars from Germany a chance here, because Tito does have a bow. And if the second bow is in GT, that's going to give only Tito and maybe Krebel those silvers as well. So potentially one silver and one silverless fight.
Oh, I was about to ask why Wired Wiki is going for the maiden cell. Just a little miscommunication. Where was Bombos in Peach Town again? Ah, okay. So some informations can, I don't know, difficult to talk to your teammate.
Yeah, and it's one of the skills as well, like being able to play the game, play it well and fast, and also communicate with your teammate.
Wait, so
like, it's very distracting.
wait, why is Tito going to Turtle Rock first?
I think he was just picking up his ice rod, just in case Cold Trinex at Misery Maya, but
they didn't know the Maya boss, right?
Yeah. As it turned out, he could have just gone for it. Unfortunately, he was just a little bit too quick for his teammate there.
Yeah, but Wired Wiki is in the same spot. Like, he also doesn't have the ice rod, but he's just going for it.
Yeah, and it's going to work out well for him.
So this comes down to an execution race.
Definitely. This is really, really open, this seed right now. I can't call this at all.
I mean, Broga is on blue mail 8 hearts, while Tito is on 12 hearts red mail. It's basically the same on the left team. We have 9 hearts on Krelbel and blue mail, and White Wiki be having 12 hearts and red mail as well. Ooh, we see a hover. White Wiki is doing the God Maya, saving some time.
Wow, gets it.
First try, every time.
That was amazing. I think he just won everybody's hearts right there. Oh,
Krabber! Anti-fairy! Just ignoring the water.
Yeah, just come into play. Trying to help.
This mini Helmasaur is just moonwalking into the wall.
Yeah, there's a lot of strange things that happen on Randomizer, but I guess that's kind of part of enemies that aren't supposed to be there. Kind of what happens. So yeah, just cleaning up now, just doing each other's dungeons. So it looks like Wired Wiki only has the mountain dungeons left after Military Maya. And it's actually the same for Tito as well. Only the mountain dungeons. Whereas for Broger and Krebel, they've done the mountain dungeons. And they've just got the Dark World dungeons.
Well,
Swamp and Ice, both of them. So yeah, they're on exactly the same dungeon counts.
Brogor has finished Swamp Palace.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and Tito did Tower of Hera, so it's just Turtle Rock for Tito and this Ice Palace for Brogor. And then they are in GT mode.
Wow. It's crazy, actually.
Do we play a 4-player GT Bicky guessing game in this mode? I think not.
Yeah. We might have to, like, if all 4 of them enter GT at the same time. I don't know what we do with that.
Could do a 4-player separate GT Bicky guessing game.
Pick 4 numbers. And while we're just doing this, we'll just have another shout out here for our 2 trackers. We've got 2C and Plasma Snake. And they've had a lot to contest with this afternoon because the tracker has kind of also decided to be an Randomizer as well. And not playing to how we would have hoped it to play, but I mean, they're doing a fantastic job, even with the few issues that they're having right now. So shout outs to them. So the fact Broker's heading up the mountain, does that mean he's already heading to GT?
Yes. He got swamped. He's having 7 crystals.
And Wired Wiki has Turtle Rock to go. And Hera? I'm so confused.
Yeah, seems like it.
Alright, so if...
He's missing the ice rod on his personal tracker, so...
Okay. Yeah, so if Broker's heading to GT, I guess we play a game. I'm almost a bit nervous to just shout it out and start playing. But yeah,
I think it's pretty difficult if if a team splits up the checks in GT for left side, right side or so.
But yeah, he's heading to GT, so quickly get your guesses in before Broger. I guess we're following him today.
Yeah, he will have some time advantage being the first in GT.
Yeah.
So we like to play a game where we guess the big key location in Ganon's Tower. There are 22 checks in Ganon's Tower, which could contain the big key, and we like to guess it in the chat. I mean, it's just an unofficial game just for fun.
Yeah. You get some bragging rights. And here we go. Guesses are closed. Let's see where we find this big key today.
Okay, we got a small key on the torch.
Heading straight to the Stalfos room.
And since he's 1 Turtle Rock ahead of Tito, Brogo could do like the most efficient early route of Ganon's Tower, like the Dark Magician.
It's interesting he's doing this because one thing you try and avoid in an Randomizer is a nice Trinex, and we haven't seen Trinex yet. So we've usually see people clearing a lot of the front and kind of last location in that boss. But that's 7, and Brogo showing his discontent. Yeah, 7 checks so far.
I mean, you have to concentrate on every new enemy you have in the rooms, and you probably have your teammate on your ears with, "Where are the keys in Turtle Rock, man?" Do I have to go right side, left side? Can I skip a chest? Do I have to do change arms? Yeah, but it's not on the right side again as well.
So it wouldn't surprise me if Brogo mirrors out here, which looks like what he's doing. Yeah, because you just want to avoid that boss if you possibly can. So what number are we up to now? That's so that's checks 1 to 11, isn't it?
Yeah, 11. So double firebar room will be number 12.
It's always strange naming these rooms after the enemies in there on an Randomizer.
The double
the locust room, and only him.
and a shadow creature. So we're on number 12. 13 coming up. The double Muldorm Pengator chest.
No, it's the small key today. So this is kind of like our last... Well, I mean, we've still got Bob's chest as well, but... This is kind of our last chance to not have to fight the ice boss. 'Cause whatever boss it is, it just ends up being bad and awful.
On ice, every boss is awful.
Yeah. And we still haven't found those silver arrows as well, even after clearing all this. So it's looking more and more suspicious. It might be on our ice boss.
So number 18 coming up.
Are we feeling nice Trinix today?
Oh, Trinix and ice is always a difficult task.
Yeah, it's kind of like the last thing you want to see at the end. You know, you're getting to the end of the seed, you're looking at that race tire, and you're just like, I want to finish this seed and then ice Trinix. Let's find out who's it going to be. Blind.
But he's also not nice on ice.
Yeah, he's also annoying. Thankfully, that blue cane helps us out so much.
Yeah, but we don't want to burn all our magic just yet.
It's true, but I'm pretty sure they've got some blue goos and some safeties. They've got the safety door as well if they wanted. And here we go. What's this? 19 to 21?
Yes. 19, 20, and just bombs. So it's number 20.
20. A big number today. I think everyone in chat was being really nice to the runners. No one's picked a number that high.
Highest number is on the seed with number 17. Nice.
Good stuff.
So Brogo's not having a bow for the mimic rooms, but yeah. This is Randomizer, we don't need a bow here.
Yep.
Gets the double heart.
That Moldor messing around a bit.
Okay, Tato is also being in 7 crystals mode. And I think Krelbel is also having 7 crystals now. Heading up for Gannett's Tower.
I think both of OK Game. Actually, has Wired Wiki done Turtle Rock?
I would say so. Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course. So, yeah. Everybody in GT. So this is actually a very close race. Unfortunately, OK Games still need to find that big key.
Well, look at Brogar not using the safety door for full magic and full refill. 2 fairies.
Yeah, it's like those things you said earlier. They're probably feeling behind because of everyone last location that bombos. But of course, you don't realize that your opponent also lost location. And the by
Would
fire
you
shield,
grab the shield?
I would 100% grab that. I love the fire shield.
I mean, with the Medusa, I think it's called, the fireball shooter in the next boss room, the fire sheet can be your friend.
Absolutely. Yeah, that shooter can just be so annoying in the Lamol 2 fight. I guess he just didn't want the extra lag that comes with the shields.
Yeah, he's saving the frames, and we see a Trinex in the
here's
climb.
our Trinex. There we go.
He got a blue potion and a gold sword, so it should be 1 cycle for each head.
Yep, as expected, getting it pretty nicely.
I mean, Teto is having a tempered sword only. He will need 2 cycles for each head. Or 2 fire rod or ice rod shots. I don't think Brogar is having a fairy, so he's gotta be careful.
I think there's a way to, if you can move that Trinex fast enough off the screen, you can actually open the door without killing him.
Alright, like you can... but only in his phase 2, right?
Yeah. I remember watching a seed where it was a Trinex there, and the person killed the 2 heads, and then the doors opened. So he went in the next room and was just farming up like hearts and magic and bits and pieces, and then the Trinex came into that room.
Oh, right.
It was literally like a jump scare. It was so funny. I've never seen someone run with the boots so quickly.
And Krebel and White Wiki, they can split up the checks in Ganon's tower. So White Wiki is doing the right side and Krebel is doing full left.
Yeah, and actually both going to end up on the big key.
And since he did not find it on the left side, both can just go to the ice armors.
Yeah, this actually works out really nicely for them. Unfortunately, they are playing catch up right now.
Oh, Brogar gets the refill on the climb. That's something you want to see.
Yeah, that's very convenient.
I mean, no runner has got the powder from Bumper Ledge.
Yeah, we did find the cape in pod. Oh, Helmasaur.
This is a nightmare for me. I hate this boss in this location.
Bombs are your friend with this boss.
Yeah, you don't really get an angle for the hammer. So we got Trinex and Helmasaur on the climb.
Yeah, this has been a horrible climb with these bosses.
I mean, Krebel's having some trouble with the blind on ice.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a free boss on that blind. And Brogar doing the strats that I would absolutely do and just stand at the side and throw bombs. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a bow. So he is going to have to get in the Helmasaur's face. Thankfully, it's only like 2 slashes. Gets it with the blue cane, so... Had to be using his items there. Oh, that's a death.
Is it a death warp? I think he killed the boss, right? So he wants the refill?
Maybe, yeah. I think you're right. And once we get through that door for Brogar, he is out of the Randomizer stage.
Right.
And
Well,
the
the
rest.
bed that carries us to the pyramid is animized as well.
Oh, it's true. But these last two bosses are always in these dungeons, so this is kind of like the only part of this seed where you kind of feel in familiar territory. Ooh, almost getting another triple there.
I think the first barely missed the triple.
Yeah, so it was a double single. There we are. It's actually quite
Imagine
nice.
this being a blue ball.
Yeah. He hasn't got too much health. And we are going to see 4 silverless fights, it seems. We have no idea where those silvers are going to turn up. I feel like at this point we've checked everything. Probably in the magic bat there.
So Krabble is taking the refill with the fairy. So he catch one fairy, he's got a green potion. He should be alright for the climb. And Brogo's down to 2.5 hearts.
Yeah, has to be a bit careful. I don't know what he's got in his bottles. Ooh.
I think he's still got one blue potion.
That was a nice Ganon phase 2 there, especially when he was facing downwards. Like, it can really throw off your pans. So recovered
luckily
nicely.
he had red mail, so he could tank one fire bed.
Yeah, now he's down to half a heart, which you're not surviving that after the one more hit. And here we go. You have no bow, so we're not even finding out where silvers are from Brogra's screen, so we're going to have to wait for one of the other guys to get there.
Wait, what did he say?
You have no bow, dingus.
Nice.
Oh,
he takes the death.
I'm assuming he's got a fairy. I think he picked one up, yeah.
Okay.
I think he might have played a little more saber if he was really doing a half a heart cannon fight.
Oh, almost takes the fall.
Almost just commentator cursed him down that hole. Can't be too many hits left.
I mean, he has a potion, I think. He can just fire up this
Yeah.
this torch, but he wants to land a triple.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's counting, so he's probably got 3 hits left, I assume. Yeah, there you
And
are.
you're right.
That's GG's to Broga. As long as he can cross the bridge now. And he's done his part of the race.
Yeah, GG's to Brogo. And now the
GG's.
nerve-wracking part of watching the race time room to see if the enemies finish. And telling Teto to run faster.
Yeah, it's always scary when, especially when you're on the other side, that first person finishes, because you know for every second that you don't finish, that basically counts as double. Because of course, the winner is the winning team will be the average of the 2 runs. But at this point, it's looking like Allstars from Germany might be getting 1st and 2nd place here. I mean, anything can happen. Meanwhile, Wild Wiki taking on that Helmasaur, one of the worst bosses I think to find in this room. Actually, he's kind of playing nice and falls off. That's not fun.
And also gets a hit on the spike. I don't know if White Wiki has got a fairy. I would assume so.
For his sake, I hope so.
with four runners, it's really hard to catch up
Yeah.
what's in each person's bottle. And
I mean, even with 2 runners, I mean, generally I'm not counting what people have in their bottles. Oh, needs to be careful of that tout.
oh,
Oh. No.
no,
that's
that's
an
not fair.
actual death.
Oh no. No
Oh, it's
potion.
just awful.
But Credible did catch a fairy. One of them did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this boss is not an easy task. But with Broga being finished for like 2 minutes already, he can tell Teto to be calm and just to save doubles if he wants to.
So Krebel actually killed the boss and fell down at the same time.
Oh no, then he respawns.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the only way to keep that chest there is to actually open it.
Yeah, this Helmasaur is the hardest boss in the game, even harder than Ganon.
Yeah, definitely. So to put it in that room is really mean. I mean, if you got silvers, it's not too bad because you just stand at the side. And I'm surprised Krebel just doesn't stand at the side and shoot the bow.
Or use the cape.
Or use the cape, yeah. She's decided to use now. And meanwhile, Tito is now finished. Ganon is dead. And as long as he can cross that bridge, which he has, Allstars from Germany have 1 overall. GG's to Tito, Broga, and Allstars from Germany.
Yeah, and we did see everything in the Dark World, so the bow in the Dark World definitely has to mean it's on the red bomb.
It must be, yeah. I can't imagine what else we've missed. I think there's only a couple of dungeon items like GT Big Chest.
And now the Aga 2 fight for Krillbit. I think he also missed the triple there.
I'm not sure, but maybe we'll find out.
It's always close. Yeah.
Oh!
That's a triple on the second.
Yeah, that's definitely a triple. That felt like it was a triple on the first. There we go. Finishing up. So we're now going to the pyramid as well on our enemized bat. I'm not even sure what that is. It looks like something you might find in Super Metroid. Oh, that Trinix is really going after Wired Wiki.
Yeah, every death in the climb hurts, especially in Randomizer.
Definitely.
Especially having a Trinix and a Helmasaur in the as bosses.
There were some pretty bad bosses in this dungeon. Oh, he only had a green goo. Don't know if he's got any more potions.
I think only the green one.
So. I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll be able to do it with 2 hearts. Just has to be a little careful. I know Ganon looks quite huggable, but just have to keep away from him. Yeah, I'm not even worried about doing the triples right now. Just playing it safe, just to make sure he doesn't accidentally get hit. Which I completely understand, to be fair.
But he goes really close to this fire thing.
Meanwhile, Wild Wiki is going for another round with that Helmosaur. Go to the right side, which it gives him a bit more space to maneuver, which is a good idea.
And there it goes. Ganon for Krabble.
Well, GG's to Krabble. I'm pleased that they've finished it out as well. I feel like OK Game have put on a really, really good show, and really like it wasn't until GT we kind of started realizing who maybe had a bit of an advantage. So I'm happy they're finishing this off because they deserve to. They deserve it.
Yeah, it was up to the Bombos medallion to see which team is in the lead. Every team had to do some cleanup dungeons, and there was also the fear of having a Trinex in Misery Maya or so.
Yeah. I think we saw every boss in every dungeon. Apart from Pod, I don't think we went to the Pod boss. And here we go. Let's get the Ganon fight started for Wild Wiki. Also won 2 hearts. So I'm assuming he hasn't got anything either. Nothing in his potions, so we'll see how he does. Unfortunately, missing the 1-1. Ganon not exactly going in the nicest of locations right now.
But I recently learned if you have a cape, you can use this spot of Ganon to do double spins. In front of him, or like
you literally.
What do you say? Atop of him?
Yeah, you sit underneath him, don't you? So your back's up against the wall, and you can get those double spins. I always forget about that.
So when I saw this, I was like, what?
Yeah. I love the cape in the Ganon fights.
I mean, if you have half magic and like another bottle or so, or just half magic in general, you can just use your cape for the second phase.
Yeah. Ganon not impressed either with...
Oh, nice dodge glitch with the fire rod.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
I mean, there's a saying, every bottle you take to the credit screen is a wasted bottle. Or potion.
I guess you can kind of keep it as like a souvenir. It's like I finished the seed and I've still got 3 blues.
But I died only 2 times again.
It only took me 6 hours to finish this seed. There's a really nice triple there from Wild Wiki. Really nice. And GG's. And here we are, our final runners now across the bridge. All 4 runners have completed the seed. Yeah, I'm not quite happy with Ah, there we are. We should have some people in for the interviews quite soon. But yeah, it was a pretty fun race overall. I mean, it was really couldn't tell. Like people were getting different items at different times, and kind of everyone was backtracking. It was a little all over the place. It was really hard to keep up. But that's the craziness of having a 4-way race, or even a 2v2. But yeah, hopefully we get some people to jump in a moment, and we can get some afterthoughts on how everybody felt about that seed. As everybody has now joined us, GG's everyone.
GG.
Yo.
Hey, GG's.
GG's.
Yeah, congratulations, Allstars from Germany.
Oh, this is a rare occasion. Can you please repeat this for me?
GG's for winning the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was it really, there was no, like we were saying, there was no real winner until we kind of got to GT and kind of found out where everybody was. It was just everybody doing different things all at different times. But yeah, it came down to who found the bombos first, which I think both of you kind of last location. So
Yeah, it felt so bad. You're getting the bombos out of it and be like, so yeah, if they gone to the back of Thieves Town, get the bombos, pretty early go mode, just clean the dungeon up in the right order. I mean, there wasn't even a Trinix until GT, so it doesn't really matter at all. And yeah, luckily for us, we both did last locate that more or less. So
Yeah,
it
we
was a close
see
race.
we see you, Teto, going up to the mountain to kill the cults there and Hera to get the ice rod in the fear of having a Trinex and Misery Mire, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. I just talked with Broger and he said like, yeah, I'm still needing 3-4 rooms until I get to the boss room, and I was like, yeah, that's no way. It's a time loss, but not a significant long one. So just grab the ice rod to be in case safe for this.
Yeah, I was actually using a little bit of knowledge from some research I did into the. There's a actually fairly significant bias in where Trinix can show up. He's actually twice as likely to show up in the Ice Armos arena as he is to show up in Misery Mire. But I'm the one that filed the bug about that and did a bunch of research into that, and I was kind of relying on that knowledge when we were. I guess we had all the items we needed to kill all the bosses except for Trinax. And I said, well, I feel pretty safe just operating on the assumption that it's not going to be required because there's some bias there. Of course, then that ended up being wrong. It ended up being required, but not mattering.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good knowledge, really. Like to kind of think that far ahead, like where certain bosses might be, just based on percentages and the way the seeds are set up. So yeah, really good job with that. But yeah, throwing it over to our unfortunate other team today, OK Game. GG's, like I said, you guys put up a heck of a race. Like there was no like bad things that we can particularly say that you guys done. Any thoughts about the seed?
This was fun. I thought maybe on the mild side for Randomizer. Really up until GT, I thought the Randomizer was a little bit nicer than average. Some of the early game stuff, like going into Eastern on 4 Hearts, was a little spooky for me. I think I came close to dying a couple times, but we were talking in the race time chat, and it sounds like that early Eastern play for that early Moon Pearl, it sounds like that might have given us a little bit of an early lead, but ended up evening out during the last locations towards the end.
Yeah, we thought with the Moon Pearl you could do one person the mountain, well, a Desert Palace and to get the hook shot to go to the mountain and get everything, like the mirror and mids and everything, and the other one could do Dark World. But yeah, since the mids and the mirror opened up so much in the Dark World as well, this seemed to be even a little advantage for the Allstars from Germany to last location their Moon Pearl, so they could basically have the divergence in the Dark World. but
Yeah,
both of them did have hookshot and mirror and mids before Dark World.
Yeah, it was really awkward. The early game of this one, we kind of were tripping over each other's feet a little bit, and it was kind of awkward routing for, I'd say, uh, maybe about 15 minutes towards the middle there. We were kind of scrambling a little bit after, I think, the Moon Pearl and the early Dark World routing. It was kind of a bit of a where do we go next?
I mean,
Oh,
what was
weird.
it like? 35 minutes in the seat after Borgor just checked the tablet for the firewall, and we were like, so yeah, this could be go mode if we only need Ether Medallion for Maya, and we just decided to let's try and go mode things. And after the Maya check 2 minutes later, it was like, so yeah, nope, Bombos Medallion Hunt. Yeah, just clean up the dungeons right now.
Talking about weird, I was Tito commanded me to go to Swamp because he doesn't like it, and having to kill Landmolas 2 times with a hammer feels a bit weird.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know that feel. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there was something new for Hearts Landmolas hammer fight. I don't know what equipment I had in Swamp. I think just to fight a lot more, but I don't like it for Landmolas. So
You got a blue mail.
got a blue mail, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or for me today, I think it was the bright green mail because I was using my my mail palette randomizer because I can't stop tinkering with a silly game.
And why not?
Yeah, and Brogo, I think you were really last locating the Bombos medallion in Thief's Town, right?
Keep it quiet. There was the things coming together, it's last location time. The enemies could be like 10 minutes ahead or at this point. Tito was a bit sad about the pot play because it had nothing. We didn't know which boss was there, so we had later in mind that there could be still 2 Trinixes coming up.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was then listening to him, and I forgot the small key like an idiot. He also be like, "Did you open the attic?" I said, "Yeah, why? That's stupid on restream." So, can you not say it earlier, please? We had fun, so it was okay.
That's in the end the most important part, right?
Yeah.
That's the most important part in the league, I think. It's those co-op matches we play like 3 times 3 weeks. So it's having fun in the group and laugh about those seats and just play the best.
Yeah, this was definitely a lot of fun. Yeah. I thought it was kind of interesting, the bow location in Pod. I was trying to think through if the bow in Dark Maze was logically bow locked, because of course it wasn't actually bow locked because Randomizer, but I was trying to think if it's logically bow locked because there was only one small key on the right side.
I think it had to be.
Okay.
The right side is still logically behind the bow, I think. So even in
Right,
Randomizer.
I just couldn't remember if there only being one small key on the right side meant that the back was also logically bow locked.
Tito explained that when there's a small key, it was just one, I think.
Don't quote me.
Okay, sorry.
This could be so wrong. So
someone in my Discord said that if you have one small key there and the bow, then in the Dark Maze you can't give out the small key in front of Hammersaw. So it should be in logic with those 5 small keys, I think. Not entirely sure.
The bows and hammer placements always weird for dungeons.
Yeah.
In regular pot is always the same, but if it's coming down to bow, it can be a bit different.
I mean, it could have always intended you to go to Pyramid Ferry and pick up your.
Yeah, that's.
I was just thinking, what was the second red crystal? I never tracked.
Misery Maya.
Maya.
Mire Desert.
Yeah, so no
true.
You would think that you would think that with 2 Racing Council members on the call, we would be able to figure it out, but nope.
I mean, I even ordered Broga to check the chest in Upper Gannon's tower. And was like, yeah, maybe they're the silvers. And he was like, I got no bow. I don't care if they're silvers or not.
Yeah, I think Wiki and I went through exactly the same thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
I got a heart refill, so why not?
Oh.
Yeah, and this Helmasaur is also like
Yeah,
the
it's
worst
true
enemy
terror.
Oh
on the Modern
god.
2 position. I mean, this
That-
race was much evener, but Wild Wiki had like
Yeah, we saw that.
yeah,
on the
okay,
stream.
okay.
It was
Yeah.
sad. I mean, what's called vergleichen?
Compare.
Compare the items, and we saw okay, one guy has bow, we have one guy with bow and one guy with non-bow, and then we saw why is Wiki not having at least one of the survivability items? Poor guy.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's right. You managed to dodge all of them. But good red mail. So.
I mean, there was a burner on the Hype Cave guy.
Yeah, but it's wanna go there?
Burner isn't as great as the cape, so
It is for
And-
Lemmolas, it is for Amos Knights, and it's just an invulnerability item, so...
But,
Hey.
I got my bow and I was like, Broga, you got the burner. You could do Amos Knights without a problem, so just waste your magic. Yeah, but overall, it was a pretty fun seed. It could have gone
Wow.
either way. Again and again. It's like the same
Yeah.
after every race here in the Invitational League. It's so close races. Sometimes it's a skip. It's a dip in a dungeon you do before your opponent. So it's always very close. And this one,
Yeah. We
was
were a
an
bit
exception.
we were a bit on edge to the end because of this last locationing bombers
Oh, yeah.
issue, and then we were like, okay, this is now coming down to a close four-head race because they must have also found this late or something else because otherwise they would have crushed us like 10 minutes ago. So we could calm down a bit, and then yeah, I think we had good GT cleanup then, and yeah. Managed to get past this stupid hammer saw. He can be really terrible.
Oh yeah, yeah. That it's been a little while since I've done an Randomizer GT, so that was definitely a rough, one of the more difficult Randomizer GTs that I've done.
At least we had not Trinex on ice.
Yeah, 26% chance.
It's like 100, so don't believe those 6%.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. That's my last game for the league. I think Broga and Magno are going to take you guys on the second game later the week. I think on Sunday. It was scheduled already.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
More or less.
We are still scheduling, I think.
Yeah,
And,
I think it's gonna be Sunday. Yeah.
yeah, and similar situation for Team OK Game. This is my last race for the league. It's been so much fun, and so it will be my teammate Wired Wiki and our tracker and teammate 2C+ doing the next race on I think Sunday. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this time we could watch those guys. This is pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, I think this wraps it up. And yeah, special thanks to our trackers, 2C+, as mentioned, and Plasma Snake for tracking 4 runners. This would be not possible as a commentator if there weren't the trackers. So special thanks. And also thanks for the restream setup. I think Roti and everyone behind the scenes were doing a great job refreshing the tracking software and stuff. There were some hiccups. So we had great help from every side. And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the nice race. GG's to everyone.
GG's.
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 GG's, guys.
GG.
Keep talking.